Yee! It ain't nothing but me. Top boss big nations. The travel boyfriend extraordinaire. Hey gang, say gang, choppy choppy. Scammed by the Salon girl. Nations Village. We gonna talk about it. Now, this travel tale comes from way back in the beginning. Um, 2023, definitely, man. And in this travel tale, gonna be about a fraudulent CTC. See, this a lesson in the game. A fraudulent CTC. A fraudulent CTC means you don't never meet her. The more accurate term for this type of situation is a choppy. You know, now choppies can come in many shapes and in many forms. They can run different games. You know, every game is not the same, but to me, if if you if you meet the CTC and you know y'all have some type of personal engagement, even if she is just moving for the money, I don't really consider that a choppy. I consider the real choppy is the CTCs you meet online and they have no intention on meeting you in person. No, no. To me, that's a choppy. So that's what we talking about today in this travel time. Choppy choppy. Scam by the salon girl. Now we gonna call this girl Scar. Cause that's what she do. She'll scar you. Yay! It ain't nothing but me. Top boss big nations. The travel boyfriend extraordinaire. Hey gang, say gang. Welcome to the never ending funding. Nations Village. Gon' send it in so we all can win. We got hips, dips, and 5 trips. We make the game simple like a dimple. And one day we about to pop like a pimple. So hit the cash app if you can dig that. Dollar sign, top boss, big nations. Nations with a Z. Dollar sign, top boss, big nations. Nations with a Z. Dollar sign, TOPBOSSBIGNATIONZ. Dollar sign, top boss, big nations. Nations with a Z. Nations Village gon' send it in so we all can win. So we befriended Scar on Dominican Cupid way back in 2023. You know, she was very attractive body wise. You know, so that's the main reason we chose to holler at her. So you know, in the pre gaming process, she had problems right off the bat. She was talking about the problems she had. Her situation was what she told me is that she was living with her aunt and her uncle. I think it was her aunt that was blood related to her, you know, and she would always tell me about how the uncle was trying her, you know. The uncle was always trying her, trying to trying to get up on her and stuff like that. So this became like a daily text message. Throughout the messages she sends, at least one of them messages gonna have something to do with her uncle trying to get up on her, you know. And like I said, this was straight off the bat. Now, Scar is, you know, like I said, this is in the beginning of our travel journey. So, you know, we were very green back then, very green. We call that version of Top Boss Big Nations Mr. Send It In. Yeah, now we wouldn't send in much. $25 here, $40 there, but we ain't had no problem sending it in. So Scar, she definitely got a couple of deliveries. Now, one thing we never did, even when we was Mr. Send It In, we would never send in when you ask for it. One of the CTCs come with the story. We listen. We take it in, and we always leave it up in the air with the CTC if we gonna send it in or not. And then we'll wait a couple of days, and we never sent it in. We never sent in what she may have asked for. We gonna send it in a few days later, and we ain't sending no more than 50. But most of the time, 25, 40. Cause shoot, you gotta add in the fee for however you sending it, Western Union, whatever. So yeah, 25, 40, like 50 at the most, man. We capping it off. So maybe about 2 weeks in, Scar started saying how she wanted to move. She didn't want to stay with the aunt and the uncle because he kept on trying. So I think Scar was expecting us to volunteer some type of financial assistance in helping her move or something like that. But we ain't doing that. Yee, it ain't nothing but me. Hey gang, say gang, if you watching this right now, like the video, drop a comment below, share it with friends, family, and a foe, and tap that subscribe button to become a part of Nation's Village. We stay going up. So after about 2 weeks of her putting it out there that she wanted to move, and she seen that I wasn't volunteering, no type of financial assistance. I was just telling her, hey, basically, good luck. I hope you find some that you like or whatever. So after about 2 weeks of that, she changed her story. Well, she didn't change her story. She advanced her story. She was telling me she wanted to move and get away from the uncle. Now she tells me, oh well, hey, I found an apartment. I move in a couple of days. Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So then, she moved, and now she's talking about all the things she needs. She needs refrigerator, stove. How it go in the DR. Usually, you gotta buy everything when you move into them apartments. It ain't like in the states. In the states, you're gonna get a stove, a refrigerator, stuff like that. But most of the time in the DR, shoot, man, them apartments be bone dry. You gotta put everything up in there. So she telling me she need this, she need that, and like I said, I still ain't offering nothing. But a couple of days after that, after she, was saying she needed this, she needed that, I ain't say nothing to her, but until I sent it, I sent her like $40. Hey, whatever you can do with that, you can do with that. So, I mean, she seemed to be cool. She wasn't making no big deal about it. Our conversations, our text was pretty cool. Now we did video call. You got the video call to at least make sure you ain't talking to no dude. So the our video calls, they was all right, but one thing I noticed is it was always dark. Whatever room she was in, whatever she was doing, it was always dark. I could still see her face and stuff like that, but the surrounding area was dark, and she would use the excuse of, well, I just moved into this place and I ain't got everything how I want it. So, that's why that's why it's dark or whatever. Cause the story she gave me was she worked at a salon. She was like she worked at a salon. She do hair or I can I, as a matter of fact, I don't even think she told me she do hair. She just said she worked in the salon. Like, maybe she cleaned up, helped out around, something like that. She ain't tell me. She never told me that she was a full on hairdresser. She know how to do this and she know how to do that. Her story was she was she worked at the salon and her boss, the owner of the salon, would give her a hard time on occasion. So that's the story Scar running with. So as the pre-gaming continues on, me and Scar, we continue communicating. Little by little, she's getting things in the in the apartment. She still says her boss is giving her a hard time. Uh, sometimes sometimes she'll even say she think the boss was trying her too, trying to get up on her, which seemed to be a common story with her. Everybody around her wanted to jump on her. Not in no violent type of way, jump on her in that type of way. It didn't matter if it was male, female. Her story always was somebody was trying to get up on her. And now this girl, it was always something with her. It was either something was going on with her or something was going on with her family. I remember one time she was telling me her brother was in trouble. Messing with the wrong girl. So he had some troubles going on with the police, and she was talking about her and the family, they needed money to help him with his situation. And you know me, man, I'm always a concerned listener. I listen to anything, I would listen to Scar when she give me all these stories. But like I said, we was Mr. Send It In, but we were sending in what we wanted when we wanted. So the stories was really just for just for our entertainment, for real. Now, one thing that was odd about Scar, and which was a definite red flag, is when it came to us discussing me coming to visit, because that was the whole thing. I think at this time I had only been to the Dominican Republic one time, and I stayed in Wandolio that time. So this my next trip was gonna be my first time being in staying in Santo Domingo, and that's what I was excited about. So during the pre gaming, it's like me coming to see her never came up, but her coming to the states always came up. Now, like I said, man, we always had our limits and our boundaries, even in our greenest moments, and we ain't flying nothing nowhere. We ain't doing that. But she was kind of adamant about, well, yeah, when we meet for the first time, it'll be in the U.S. And I didn't really think none of it, because when I first started talking to her, nah. As a matter of fact, okay, we had been in Santo Domingo, because when I started talking to her, I was in Santo Domingo. I was on like my last day or next to last day, and running around with the CTCs, them flaking out on me flaking out on some of them. So with the downtime, that's when I met Scar. and I was trying to shoot. I was trying to get with her then, and she was telling me, "Oh well, I'm in Miami right now," you know. And I ain't think nothing of it, but hey, going back, man, I should have knew then, man. This girl ain't talking about nothing, you know. So anyway, like I said, during the pre-gaming, she was always saying, "Well, I'm gonna come to the states. I'm gonna come to the states." So, hey, I'm still carrying on with my plans to visit Santo Domingo. At this time, I'm probably talking to 20. You know what I'm saying? 20 girls off. Off and on. Mostly text messages and stuff like that. Um, just trying to just trying to build up the network. So when I touch down, all the options is there. But so anyway, one day comes up and she like, oh, I'm about to come to the States. Where should I go? New York or Atlanta? And she had a whole story built up about how she was coming to the States and she was gonna be working for someone in her family, and she was like she could either go to New York and work for her family up there, or she could come to Atlanta and work with her family down there. So hey, I'm from the South, Atlanta closer to me. So I'm like, shoot, come to the ATL, then I can come holler at you, whatever, whatever, whatever. So she was like, all right, okay, cool. I'll keep you posted. What's going on? So shoot, within the next couple of days, she was letting me know, well, hey, today is the day. My mama and my son taking me to the airport, and I'm about to be in ATL. Come holler at me. Oh man, I done got all excited. Oh man, shoot, girl, about to be in ATL. I'm scrambling, running around, trying to come up with lies at the house about how, about why I need to go to ATL, not now, but right now. So in the midst of this shoot, man, I sent the old girl 25, $35, something like that. It was like, hey, this will take care of your little snacks, little refreshments or whatever on the way. Shoot, Mr. Send it in. And so Scar was like, "Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. Cause I didn't have no money. That's real cool of you. All right. So a couple of hours go by, and Scar sent me a message saying, "Oh, they won't the immigration won't let me on the plane unless I show them a bank account with I forgot how much she said she had to show, but it was at least 1,000. It was at least 1,000. She was saying that they weren't gonna let her on the plane, unless she showed them something on her phone saying she had access to $1,000. Because what she told me was they not gonna let her come to the U.S. and she ain't got no money to come back. And I'm like, man, what? If you done bought a round trip ticket, man, what is this all about? So man, once we heard that Nations Village, the jig was up. She did all of this just so all these it was at least a month of talking to her, maybe 2 months, maybe 2 months of talking to her, but that whole 2 months was just so we could get to this moment, and she boomed me for some high dollar demand. And I guess in her mind, since she never really asked for anything, the little bit that Mr. Send It In gave her, was just on my own accord. So I guess to her, she like, well, I ain't never asked you for nothing, blah 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 blah. She, she of course we told her, hell no, we ain't sending we ain't sending nothing. You know what I'm saying? You might as well, if you waiting on us to board a plane, you might as well go home. Oh, but I forgot the big lie was she was coming over here to live, so I guess it wasn't no round trip ticket. It was just a one way ticket. But either way, man, we wasn't sending nothing. So after that, she seen we wasn't sending nothing. We told her no. Then she started sending me receipts of money that she received in the past. She got I guess she got mad or whatever, but was letting me know my little $25-$40 ain't nothing, cause she got damn she bringing it in. I'm like, shoot, cool, cool, whatever. So, needless to say, man, we stopped talking, we stopped communicating. But I don't know, so I was scrolling through pictures one day and I came across her picture, man. She got a very distinct tattoo on her abdomen, her belly area, kind of like. So man, and it's like a name, a product name, or just a stage name or whatever. But something told me, man, to look up that name on IG. And man, lo and behold, man, this girl was not no salon worker. This girl owned the whole salon, and the name of the salon is tattooed on her. Was the same name as the tattoo on her abdomen. Well, so I'm looking at this girl, man. This girl got OnlyFans. This girl got provocative pictures posted everywhere. She got videos of little solo intimate moments. And man, this girl Scar had the audacity to text me some months later, And so I let her know that shoot, I found her on IG, and she started copping pleas about how her OnlyFans is just her, and this and that, and she ain't really lie. I'm like, man, I blocked her real quick, man. So this was our travel tale time about Chapi scammed by the salon girl. We'll holla at you on the next one, Nations Village. Stay going up.